Welcome to our second episode of How We Bounce Back. We hope you enjoyed our premiere with AB and having a great week so far. So now we heard from my best friend. Let's hear from Rosemary's best friend. I've known her for almost 4 years since moving to LA. She currently resides in Garden Grove, California. She's Associate Clinical Director at Behavior Frontiers. She was formerly a behavior program supervisor for autism spectrum interventions. She traveled end to end on this earth from South Korea to Italy. She's a big fan of music and thrill. She's a 5-time visitor to Coachella, a 9-time visitor to EDC, and a staggering 100-time visitor to Disneyland. She loves the Force, being a big fan of Anakin and Kylo Ren. She's a great friend of the herd and a sister for me and Rosemary. She is the amazing Cristina Gallardo.
Wow. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for that awesome intro, James. Oh, my goodness. But yes, Kylo Ren for the win.
What is up with you, Cristina? Long time no see. How's everything been?
Things are going well. It's now we're in October, so it's like my favorite time of year is fall. It's Halloween. Although Halloween's gonna look different this year, but I'm just so excited. But no, everything's going well. Working out. Same old. And then like this next few months are like my favorite. It's a lot of just like family time, a lot of just like, friend time, just like love all around. So I'm excited what the end of the year is going to bring. So just got to continue to see the glass half full.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then I know during the pandemic, you just visited Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, and several other national forests or national parks in NorCal. I do want to ask, and like, it's a big thing. Like, how does being in the great outdoors feel after being quarantined for so long?
It's really good. When we went up north, or unfortunately, it was when all the fires were happening. But I mean, we still went. We definitely made the most out of the trip. We still saw a lot of beautiful sights, like Yosemite. We had a really good day where it rained overnight, and it cleared up a lot of ash and smoke. It was beautiful. It felt nice just to be out in nature, just be out of the house, just to be out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's kind of like definitely taking like a step back. It made me want to visit more national forests. Like I've never been to Yellowstone. I've never been to, you know what I mean? That was my first time in Yosemite. Like I want to go back. So it definitely lit something in me. Like, oh, I want to go visit these forests, like even the Sierra National Forest, like I want to go visit them. So hopefully in the spring, once fire season is over and the holidays are over, definitely probably in the spring. And I've been even wanting to go camping more. Like I've been telling my family, like I want to go camping, like just more outdoors, definitely.
Yeah, such a serenity and just a peace hearing just the outside and just fresh air and clearer skies. I mean, I know it's been rough lately, but like, it's different like when you're in a city versus being so far away from all of that, just getting the sounds of nature and the feeling of that. So that's great that you enjoyed, and definitely I think a lot of us are gonna make a big part of that as we move on, like as we get older.
Exactly. We should all definitely like just plan a camping trip or something in the spring, and we should all go. That would be so much fun.
Yeah. So another thing I mentioned in the intro, you love music, EDM, pop a little bit, all that fun stuff. Just as a fun question, what's your ideal music festival headliners for a 3-night event?
My goodness. Anybody?
Yeah. It don't have to be EDM or pop.
Oh my God. Probably Lady Gaga. Riri. Oh my God, I love Rihanna. Calvin Harris, Armin van Buuren, Andrew Rayel, Blau.
I don't know about all these other people, but
Blau. Oh my god, who else do I Oh my god, Blackpink. Blackpink just
Oh,
released their new album. So, oh my god, if all these people were at it. Oh my god, yes. I wouldn't go home. I'd probably sleep at the venue for the next day. Oh hell yeah.
That's a lot of headliners for a 3 night event, and you kind of start tailing off to the EDM deep end towards the end of that. But I do, that the vibes. I know, some of me and my friends, we went to the 2016 Coachella, and Calvin Harris headlining. That was underrated. We're not big EDM fans, and he blew the roof off, and he actually brought Rihanna out.
Yes.
So, and Rihanna's, she gets it popping too. So
yes.
love that lineup.
Oh my god. Definitely. Oh my god. Yes. That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
If I can hand pick the headliners. Ugh.
For sure. All right, Christina, before we move into the deeper questions, let's play a game called Word Sneak, inspired by the great Jimmy Fallon. So Rosemary will text you 5 unique words, and I have 5 unique words on these index cards. I guess these are sticky notes Rosemary gave me. I promise I have not looked at them, so we have a unique and genuine gameplay here. For each word, we'll take turns improvising a conversation. But for the word that Rosemary texted with you, or the word, she's going to text you all 5 at the same time. You sneak that word in the conversation. So make sure you go in order of the word she texted you. And I'll do the same with the cards that I'm looking at. For example, if your word is breadsticks, you'll make up a sentence towards me, such as, I'm about to go to lunch, and we're going to go to Olive Garden with my family. Their salad and breadsticks are what we're there for. And, I'm going to which one is it, salad or breadsticks? But I can guess it. There's no competition here, no scoring system. It's all for fun. And then I follow up. So when it's my turn, we just go back and forth exchanging sentences. Then if my word is gerbil, I'm going to be like, I'm going to be caught off guard and be like, okay, how am I going to, come up with a sentence here? Then I can go oh, I love Olive Garden. My family goes there a lot. We saw a gerbil on the loose in the restaurant. So, and then you can even call me out. It's just a fun game. Again, no competition. It's just for the audience's amusement. You can call out the words, just for fun to each other. You can laugh and say, what the F is my word right now? The audience at home, you all will be seeing the words on your screen as me and Christina are reciting our sentences, and it's just for everyone's enjoyment. So does that all make sense, Christina?
Yes, we'll see how this goes.
Okay. Cool. All right, ladies first. You can start off.
Well, I'm going to start. Okay. I'm a Disney fan, huge Marvel fan. When Endgame came out, I went to go watch it in theaters 8 times because I could not get over the fact that Iron Man died.
That was so casual, but we were over there. Me and Rosemary watched Endgame, when it premiered, but there was, oh my gosh, there was a lot of crazy people in our theater on the premiere night. That's when you get the people all drinking alcohol, some smelly people, they're wearing white beaters, or they got stains on their shirt. They're picking their nose. They're all armpit hair smells. Their feet are off, socks are off. It's all nastiness. So, but we enjoyed the movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Wow. So do I continue, or do I try to figure out what word was?
You can continue because you probably can't figure it out. I did a good job rolling that off.
That's a really good job.
Yeah.
This is true. I think one time when I went to the theater, there was a lot of people drinking alcohol, just acting, chaotic, acting crazy. They kept, during the movie, there was this one time where this one guy, I forgot what movie I watched, but this one guy just started making walrus noises and seal sounds.
Walrus. Wait, what was the other one?
And seal sounds during the movie. It was, it might have been funny, but I was trying to pay attention, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that sounds crazy. I feel like with all those walrus and seal sounds, it actually reminds me of these vacations we all go into the Philippines. We're always swimming in the ocean, and they actually allow us to swim with the sharks. There's walruses. There's whale sounds. There's sometimes people are swimming into the whale hole. It's all crazy out there. I did not rub that. I did not insert that in really well, but
Wow.
oh my
Okay, no, I mean, that's pretty neat. I mean, now thinking back, yeah. One time there was this one really random moment though when I was beachside, there's seals, walruses all along the beach, and then all of a sudden there was like this turkey gobbler that was just like walked by.
Get out of here with that! Oh my god, that was too obvious. Turkey gobbler. Like you showcased that on the stage right there. Oh my gosh. Actually speaking of all the animals, growing up, Pokemon was, one of the favorite things. We like growing up there. We played Game Boy. We like, we collect like the Pokemon cards. There's the Charizard, there's the Blastoise. We played the N64. They're doing all kinds of crazy moves like the Zapdos, Electrocute, and the Metapod Harden, and the Dig Dug, like, or whatever the little things like coming out of the ground. Animals are cool. Pokemon is cool. I can't believe I just tied in animals and damn Pokemon moves. Lord.
Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon's cool and all. Yeah. Pikachu, Jigglypuff, they're all super cute. Yeah, totally.
Wait, that was your sentence? Pikachu, it's gotta be Pikachu then. Like, that's not all right. Hold on. Like, the audience is probably they can see all of this, but there's crazy people out in this world. There's, and it ties back to a lot of things we see in movies. Like there's the Hunchback of Notre Dame. There's there's damn, I I can't fit this one in. I was just gonna say,
No.
there's a lot of crazy people in this world. There's a lot of ratchetness. Like there's the goons and the goblins. Oh, I can be one of them goons and the goblins. I feel like me. I'm a fool for life. So it is what it is.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
great. Good job, Christina. I hope you
I,
had fun with that.
I
Huh?
tried. I tried.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, Christina, let's get serious and discuss some of the deeper questions. The first question I want to ask: what was the toughest time in your life and how did you bounce back from it?
Oh man. Okay. Um, I will talk about, yeah, okay. Toughest time in my life. Want to say February 2019, so last February. You were actually there, James. You and Rosemary. We went to Vegas, remember?
Yep.
And it was a lot of fun because we all rented an Airbnb with the herd, and it was so much fun. We were celebrating just like the February and January birthdays. It was night one that we were going to go out clubbing. I forget what night it was, but I remember we were all getting ready, and then it's an Airbnb, and I was downstairs getting ready. So I've struggled with my weight my entire life. I remember packing for this trip. I was like, oh yeah, like I was so excited. But then when we were getting ready that first night to go clubbing, I had realized that like what I had packed wasn't fitting me anymore. So I had a little moment of panic. No one knew this. I don't think you even remember. I don't think anyone caught on. Like I didn't tell anybody. So I was freaking out a little bit in the bathroom and I didn't want to make a scene. I wanted to go to the store to find something else to wear, but I made it work somehow with like I had a jumpsuit at the time, so I made it work. But I had a moment in that bathroom by myself when I was trying on all of my club wear and realizing it wasn't fitting me or it didn't fit me anymore. Yeah, I was really depressed. I felt super low. I wanted to cut the trip short. I wanted to leave. I just did not feel good about myself. Um, but I needed to put up a front because I didn't want to make anyone like feel awkward or anything. So, but the rest of that weekend was just like I was not happy. I mean, I was hiding it, but sorry. Sorry. I've come a long way, but I just thinking back to that moment, like it was really sad. So I made it work and it was so much fun. The whole weekend was so much fun around you guys. And then I remember the drive back, yeah, Sunday. It was like the longest drive back ever. I was so sick and tired of I was just like, I need to do something. I hate feeling so like, I'm not skinny. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel smart. I didn't feel capable. I just felt like I wasn't enough. I was really hard on myself. So I remember I was scrolling through Facebook on the car ride home and I had saw someone post something about like, oh, are you ready to make a change from like the living room from just from your home and your living room. You don't need the gym, you can have a trainer tell you what to do right on your TV screen. So I was like on Facebook and I saw this post and I was like, oh, that's cool. So I looked into it more, and that's when I saw the whole thing about Beachbody. And I was just kind of like, I'm like, well, I mean, it's from the comfort of my home. Like, I can start it and see how it goes. Um, anyway, so we ended up going ahead and, or I enrolled. I reached out to this person who is now my Beachbody coach. Shout out to Whitney. But yeah, so anyway, so I enrolled and then she told me, she's like, oh, you don't have to get weights yet. You can just use water bottles to start. There's a bunch of different programs that range from like beginner level to advanced. They have like cardio, they have weight training, especially since I had previously tried gyms and stuff, but I just always felt super uncomfortable. So I'm like, okay, I'll give this a shot. Um, so then in March 2019, I started Beachbody. That's when I started the whole kind of like my weight loss journey. I remember the very first day I tried Beachbody, and it was very discouraging. Um, I did cry the first workout because it was so hard, and I just realized just like how out of shape and how I realized how hard it was going to be. And I remember I did the first workout here in my room. I streamed it from my phone because I didn't want to do it in the living room yet. I was embarrassed, even with my family. Um, so I tried it here in my room. I remember I got super tired like a few minutes in. And I remember just kind of like I paused it and I started crying. I was like, what's the point? I was like, what's the point? Like you have anyway, I was always in just like a really bad mental space. I was always putting myself down, and I always So I think for a good month, um, when doing Beachbody, like I would just like cry after every workout. So dramatic. I would just be like, oh, like what's the point? I think it's because like I would see how long this journey would be. You know what I mean? So I would be very But after I would cry every workout the first month, I told myself, I was like, Christina, I would try to just like stop the negative thoughts and I'd be like, Christina, you need to try, like, don't give up this time. Because I've tried so many diets before. I've tried like Weight Watchers, the Atkins. I've tried going to the gym. I've used to try all the time, like from high school and on. But I told myself, I was like, you can do this. Like, just don't give up. I told myself, let's see what happens when you don't give up this time. just give it time. So I remember the first few months getting on the scale, nothing would move. It's very discouraging, but I kept telling myself, like, Christina, don't give up. It took me years to put on my weight. You know what I mean? It's not gonna like come off in days or even months. Like I need to give it time. So I think by like the 2.5, third month mark, I had seen finally that I went down 5 pounds. Those 5 pounds are like what fueled me to keep going. And that's how I did my whole, to this day, just aiming 1 pound at a time, 5 pound increments. Like I ended up having a terminal goal, but I wouldn't see it like that, like a long-term goal. I just focus on this next pound down, this next pound down, and just like being consistent and showing up for myself every day. But yeah, I mean, I know that's a long response to your question, and you're like, oh yeah, toughest time of your life and how you bounce back. It's just showing up for myself every day. It took me, how old was I? It took me 28 years for me to change my perspective and like to really commit and to really realize like I need to make a change. I've been overweight my entire life. I had always overthought everything due to my weight, broke furniture, struggled to put on or like tie shoes, flying on airplanes, getting worried if the seatbelt won't work or it won't fit, getting kicked off rides like or roller coasters at amusement parks. It sucks. I mean, now things are so much better, but I remember all those moments. They were just like heartbreaking situations that have always happened throughout my life because of my weight. But now I am more focused on who I can be and who I'm becoming. So I've lost so much physically. I'm currently down 95 pounds, by the way, almost hitting that 100.
Amazing.
But I feel that, I've lost a lot physically, but I feel that I've gained so much more mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I mean, we are our own worst critic. Once you start believing in yourself, there's like nothing you cannot do, and I've realized that. This whole weight loss journey is definitely it's been so hard. You have to like showing up for yourself every day and being consistent. Honestly, it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Before this, I thought it was grad school. This is something completely different. Grad school, you're given a textbook, you're given an assignment, like, okay, you can do it. But the mental toll and the emotional toll it has on you, it's a lot. So really, I'm glad that I truly care about myself. When that change in perspective, when that weekend in Vegas happened and I had that moment, it's just like, it was like a light switch, like something happened. And it's crazy because before that I had moments too, like the ones I listed to you, but I guess they weren't so, I don't want to say traumatizing, but I guess it wasn't enough to go ahead and just like light that fire or like turn that switch. So much more. I am confident right now. I feel that I know my worth. I'm happy. And I know that would not have been possible without my change in perspective. Sorry. That was like a long response, but
that's amazing, Cristina. That honestly, that is, I said to you before, we started this episode, you have such a superwoman journey, and like to go through. It's not only the physical aspect of things of what you went through, but just mentally and then what you thought and what you these thoughts about yourself, and how there's certain things that society asked us to sort of be. So for I want to say though, like your mental strength, your stability, like you say you went through these times, like with the airplane and the roller coaster and whatnot, but for you to like not let that, I know that it slowly eats you, but to not let you drown you in the moment, to still be confident and be who you are, and be like I always say, unwavering positivity. That's literally what you've had your entire life. So don't think the last 28 years was something that you it only took till February to wake up on. Like had so many strengths. You had so many strengths that many other people didn't have. To like, there's things that you felt that are negative, but you found a way to cope with it and spin it as a positive. Yes, February happened, and it kind of it does slow eat, and there's like like it erupts right there, and then yeah, now it's a wake up call, and now it's gonna take me on this journey, and then being with a pandemic and being at home and so easy to like convenient that you picked up the beach body, you were influenced by something that you saw, and that Rosemary has taken upon that too. I have taken upon that myself as well. Is just like now we don't have to go to the gym right now. There's times that you do, but like to really focus on our physical health and our well-being, like it's paramount during this time, and it should have been paramount through our entire lives. But your mental strength through all of this, yeah, like don't think that was ever a sign of fault or weakness. You've had it there inside your heart. You've had it there inside your mind. You were always the toughest Cristina Gallardo that you could ever be. And now you're gonna carry that until you have kids, your grandkids, you're gonna carry it, you're gonna pass it on to other generations. You're inspiring us all now, and like it's so powerful, and
Yeah.
we're proud of you, and we love you through all that. And like honestly, again, I'm gonna say it. It's a superwoman story that you have shown all of us.
And then like even back then I think about to who I was, elementary, junior high, high school, college, like through my early 20s. Like I'm never going to be here to ever downgrade like the old me, you know what I mean? Like when I don't even say the old me, like I'm still the same person. I guess it's just when I look differently, like even when I was heavier, like I'm not here to ever downgrade that person. I always felt like I was a badass bitch. Are you kidding me? Like I never let that hold me back. You know what I mean? Like I traveled the world when I was heavier. That's when I was getting on the planes the most. That's when I was doing these like
There
experiences.
you go.
I never let my weight hold me back. But of course, like I would have moments where it's like things would be easier if, I was just healthier. Um, and then realizing like to this day, now the whole just like mental view I have on everything now, like it's not even just to look skinny. Like I don't care about being skinny anymore. Now it's just to be healthier. That's all I care about. I don't want to no, like I'm so much healthier right now. Like yeah, I want to keep losing, but this the number on the scale or like being a certain pant size, like that's not what makes me me. Like I want to just like try to live a long, healthy life. So
Hmm.
healthy is definitely the key word. Like it's not even skinny anymore. And back then I used to always be like, oh, I had to look a certain way. I had to be this, had to be that. No, just feel healthier. You know what I mean? Like diabetes runs in my family. We have high
Hmm.
blood pressure. Like I remember when did I go for a checkup? I think it was this June. Like I went for a checkup. I told the doctor, like, I want to check everything. Like you need like all the blood work. Like I just want to check all my levels, like a very comprehensive blood work exam. Everything's fine. You know what I mean? Like everything's good. Like I'm not even, there's no sign of diabetes, blood pressure is fine. Like I'm super healthy right now.
Hmm.
So just gotta just got to keep at it. I mean, like I said, I have a long-term goal. I'm almost approaching that. I'm like, yeah, I'm almost there to my long-term goal. When I hit that goal, like, then maybe I'll make another goal. Maybe it'll be to tone. Maybe it'll be to, you know what I mean? But it's not because like, oh, I want to go down to a size 4. No,
Mhm.
no, it's not like that at all. But yeah.
Amazing. And I think that's something that you said that was unique to what society, would ask. Like, it doesn't matter what we look. It's a matter of being healthy. It's a matter, we all go to the doctor and like people don't even pay attention to their blood pressure or their heart rate. I just started paying attention to that now, and like stress is a big thing, and we want to try to lower that as well. And like that's, there's ties with it, right? There's ties with physical image, there's ties with work, and so forth. But for you to focus and balance the mental health of things, feeling healthy, so just having all that, it all ties back to the mental part of it. But it's something that we look up to you on. Like we're really proud of you on how you've been like the bigger sister for the herd and for your family and for your friends, for Rosemary, for myself. You always had all the wisdom, and so to see that you continue to get wiser and wiser beyond your years, and we have such long, beautiful lives ahead, and I'm really happy to hear that this is something that we're going to always put in the forefront when we start talking about taking care of ourselves. It's not about what we look like to other people, but it's about how we feel inside ourselves.
I agree. Thank you, James.
I do want to ask as well, Christina. We talked about a lot of those things. You answered a lot of the questions that I was going to ask you. About the insecurities that have shown up in your life. Like what your physical image brings to you. But I don't think we've answered this yet, though. It's October now, 2020. You're a different Christina. What? You definitely evolved and changed, and your mindset has gone miles and miles beyond what you could have thought of back in February, right?
A lot,
I want
yeah.
to,
Last year,
yeah,
yeah, last year.
you're like,
It's been over a year. No, yeah, because
been
it
around
wasn't
the
this
moon, been
year.
around the sun, the moon, and all that. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
It's been over a year.
I wanna ask, like, what does your newfound confidence, like, what does that bring to you? Like, how, when you navigate through all this emotions, what does newfound confidence bring to you? How does this drive your well-being, and how do you find this to be, how do you see this being sustainable for the rest of your life, for that matter?
Um, oh man, yeah. I feel that life's a lot more, I guess, more clearer. There's like a clearer path. The thing that's been the most consistent throughout my journey is the fact that I show up for myself every damn day, 7 days a week, even Sundays, you know what I mean? And that can look different for everyone. For me right now, it is like, oh, I'm working out every day. Am I watching what I eat every day? No. But, weekends I tend to cheat a little bit, but that's the thing. It's a lifestyle. I don't diet. It's just making better choices. I don't deprive myself of like hot Cheetos or like, In and Out, McDonald's. Like, you just have to, I'm making just better choices. I don't like diets, especially like, oh, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel that that's a way to live. And obviously the way I've been doing it, it's been working because I'm not following a specific diet. The working out is super consistent. I'm like, I don't like cardio, but I still do it. Okay, a part of me maybe does like running. I just wish I was better at it, but that's just going to take time.
Mhm.
Um, I I still I push my I push myself every day for my own happiness. Um,
Mhm.
we need to be kind to ourselves. We need to challenge ourselves, and we just need to learn to love ourselves through all the stages because I feel that they're all super important. So like, you know, like I said, like even before, like all my pretty down moments, like dark moments, like I still appreciate them. I'm grateful for them because it's made me who I am today, like where I stand today. You know, this journey may have started with me not knowing where it would lead. But once I started it, it led me to where I am today. So I'm just so glad that I look back and never, ever in 100 years, James, did I think that I'd be where I am today with my health, with how I look. Like, no. If you would have told, if during that trip, February 2019, that Vegas trip, if you had told me, like, oh, Christina, in October 2020, you're gonna be 95 pounds down, you're gonna be so much hot, like, I would have never believed you. Nope. There's nope. Um, but yeah, just so much has changed. I look back and like I look forward to what more I can do. Like I've proved to myself, I've seen what I'm capable of. I feel invincible. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Bring it on. Like whatever challenges in life happens, like, okay, like let's do this. Like just because I feel that I've been to kind of like hell and back when it comes to my mental health or like just like like my down moments. But I'm really excited or like I look forward to, you know, like I'm hoping to hit my terminal goal by the end of the year. And it seems like the holidays are approaching, so that may be a little difficult, but um I'm determined. I'm still motivated since day one. Um but yeah.
And
Sorry.
it's amazing.
I don't know if that answered your question. I forgot the question.
No, no, please. Like it came from the heart, you know, like and one thing you said in that answer is like, you know, it's you repurpose like all of the turmoil, all of the rough times, all of the, you know, you've been through those patches where now you're climbing towards the towards the peak of the mountain. You know, now you're up for the competition. Now you're like, wow, I've proven to myself that I can take on anything. And that is literally what super women do. You know, you've taken on one of the biggest, most Herculean tasks, you know, of your journey through weight loss and through, you know, battling your own, you know, your mental thoughts and how you feel. And, you know, but what's amazing is now you're starting to challenge yourself. You became, at one point there was times where you felt like you were your own worst enemy. Now you're becoming your own best friend, you
Yeah.
know. And yeah, and it's like, wow, like you know, oh, you want to try to put me back down again. I'm gonna take you head on right now. Like, let's get it. Let's, you know, like it's,
So
oh,
true.
it's raining outside. Let's go outside and work out. Or, you know, or if I feel tired, no, I'm getting up right now, you know. So, you know,
Exactly.
you've definitely found yourself to be your own best friend. It's definitely a lot of the reshaping mindset. It doesn't happen overnight. We all know that. And that's, you know, a lot of people are going to, you know, take longer, take shorter. Everyone has a different path in life, but always know at the end of the day, as we go through life, we are our own best friends. And you found that, and you've shown
Yeah.
that to yourself. You've proven that to yourself. You're proud of yourself. You not only a pat on the back, you're giving yourself a full hug and everything, you know,
So
yeah.
I've definitely learned some self love throughout all of this. It didn't happen overnight. Like I said, I started last March 2019. But I think my first moment that I genuinely had like a moment of self love was probably in like July last year. So March, April, May, June, July. It was until like maybe 4 months in to working out, being healthier, that I did have my very first moment. I was in the restroom brushing my teeth in the morning, and then I had, you know, when I finished brushing my teeth, I was looking myself in the mirror. Now it's not just I'm not. You of all people know I'm not conceited. I'm not like not yeah. But anyway, I finished brushing my teeth and I was just staring at myself in the mirror, staring like I was just looking from from the top of my head to like the bottom of my chin. I was just like staring. I was looking at my eyes. I was like looking, back and forth, different angles. And I had this moment of like, I told myself, I was like, Christina, you're not like, it's gonna sound mean, but I was like, Christina, you're not ugly. Like I was like, in my mind, I was like, Christina, you don't look bad. Like you don't, like why, I can't believe, like I would tell myself like, oh, because back then I would just be so mean to myself. So that moment, it felt good. I had my moment looking at myself in the mirror and I was just kind of like, yeah, like I'm not bad looking. Like I'm not ugly. You know what I mean? So having those thoughts for myself, it was definitely something I had never ever experienced ever in my life. So it felt nice. And I remember when I shared that moment with, shout out to BFF Brian Lamb, I told him about this moment and he was like, I'll never forget his response because it made me cry. But after I told him my whole experience, that first experience I had, he's like, now you see yourself how we've always seen you. I was like, oh, I died. I was like, it was the sweetest thing ever. I was just like, yeah, I'll never forget his response. It was so, I wasn't expecting, I don't know what response I was expecting, but I was not expecting that for sure. So when he told me, he's like, oh, now you see how all of us have always seen you. I was just like, oh my God, I could not stop crying. That was so sweet. But yeah, that was my very first moment that I have ever experienced, I guess, just knowing my worth or some self appreciation. And then ever since that day on, like, it's just gotten better. I'm not having any more moments where I like look in the mirror and like, oh, Christina, no, like, there's just been little, like, I know my worth and I know I'm my biggest cheerleader right now. And you're right about how, like, I used to be so mean to myself, but no, now I am my own best friend because what I've done through this fit or weight loss journey, like, I did it. Okay, like I was my biggest cheerleader. I told myself to not give up. I told myself I remain consistent. No one else is gonna do that. There's support, but I am in charge. I am in control of like, you know, working out or when eating or like just changing my lifestyle. Like that's all me. So just putting myself first. That's another thing. I would always want to put others first. I would never put myself first. No, now it's like I used to always think like, oh, if I put myself first, that's being selfish. It's like, no, how am I supposed to love others or how am I supposed to put others first when I don't put myself first? You know what I mean? Like I need to make sure that I'm healthy or that I feel good about myself before like letting anyone else in or loving anyone else or you know what I mean? So it's just like learning all that too. Um yeah, there's definitely a lot more self-love now and it feels good because I don't put up with shit. You know what I mean? Like if something's not like vibing or you know what I mean? Like no, like you need to put yourself first. You need to love yourself. You need to and I've never ever had that. So I'm glad that I am in this space now. I'm at this place now in my mind and in my life where I just truly appreciate myself and everything that I had endured along this journey. So I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited. Like I'm challenging myself now. Like I'm excited to see what the future will hold.
That is beautiful. Honestly, like Christina, you've been a bigger sister for me and Rosemary. You've always been beautiful to me inside and out. You've been, I didn't have friends out here, and you've always been someone we've related. Nothing was different, like if whether, what we resonate, we relate when people have a good heart, and you've always had a good heart to me. So Brian's comment to you on that's how we've always seen you has, never been well spoken. Brian's definitely always been one of the most thoughtful that I've known as a friend as well. So, we love you. We're proud of you. That's, I'm about to tear up. just saying this right now, actually,
Thank
it's
you.
a beautiful, beautiful, like one of the most amazing stories I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I don't think our audience knows we're gonna hang out later today, so we're all gonna have fun. But God bless you. God bless what you have shown throughout this journey. It's not, it's not, and it's not a walk in the park. It's not easy. It's not, it's that definitely does. Like I said, we already talked about it. It doesn't happen overnight, right? And sometimes we probably need these things to shape us to be the strongest person we can be in our lives, and that seemingly is resonating to who you are sitting in that room today. We feel it. Like you're down there in Orange County. We're gonna see you later. We feel it right now. How strong you are as Cristina Gallardo today.
Thank you, James. I appreciate that. You're so sweet.
Christina, if there's one big piece of advice you could tell the audience, and I know you've shared a lot of wisdom right now, but if there's one, just pick one out, one big piece of advice you can tell the audience, what will it be?
Oh my gosh. No pressure, right? I'm just kidding. That's insane.
None at all.
One piece of advice. I think I just clump it all together. So we're all given this one life, okay? It's about your own life. It's about all the choices you make, like whatever it may be. Like, I feel like you just need to definitely make it count. So it's about your life. It's about being happy, giving love, to yourself, to others around you, with those who make us feel fulfilled, friends, family, like whoever it may be. That's what it's all about. Never give up on yourself, and you will definitely go far in life. Just don't, just keep pushing forward. I think that would be it. I mean, there's not one thing, there's a bunch, it's a lot, but I think that pretty much to sum it up.
Amazing. And then I want to ask one more question, Christina, before we sign off. What is your dream job? What is your big dream job in this lifetime?
A dream job? Oh man. I mean, I feel like I'm already doing it. Are you talking about like if I was like freaking in another life? I mean, it'd be awesome to be like a freaking famous DJ, travel the world.
Yeah. We all got those.
Right? Like,
I wish I could be a singer.
is that what you're talking about? Like, I mean, that'd be cool to travel the world, perform at shows, and be like,
realistic, or like, if you want to talk about dream job, yeah, I hear you. I wish I could be a singer. That's like an affinity job.
That's why I was like, wait, what do you mean?
Job.
Like be a famous DJ would be cool, but
yeah.
What you mean, or like dream job, like reality?
You can answer it however you want. Both, if you want.
I am doing my dream job. I feel that success is when what you do becomes who you are. And what I do has definitely become who I am. And it's working with these kids or with autism, being a behavior analyst. Like, it's not what I do, it's who I am.
And you're feeling like today is your dream job, what you're living in, like that's something a lot of people in life, including myself, actually would look for, and it can take a long time. But for you to say that you're doing that today is a true blessing. You really have to thank yourself, thank God, and you're your best friend. Thank your family too, for raising you who you are. You know, that's such an accomplishment, and we're proud of you. We'll always be proud of you, and we'll continue to ask you for that inspiration on how we can appreciate those days and really just every day, every moment in our life, we are living our dream.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Cristina, we cannot thank you enough for coming on to the show. We are in awe and admire your bravery to discuss your weight loss journey, pushing through each mental health hurdle, and becoming the strong woman you are today. We're always proud of you. We love you. The herd is behind you. Mom, dad, junior, grandma, they're all behind you. So keep inspiring us. We are excited for everything that's to come for you.
Thank you so much, James, for having me. I really appreciate it. I felt really honored at the fact that you asked me to be on your show. So I really appreciate it. Thank you for creating like a safe space, like just making me feel comfortable and sharing my story. I hadn't shared my story, at least not it into details, just because I feel that it's very personal. But I thought, about your show and what you're trying to do. And then I thought what better place than to talk about my story than on your show. So thank you so much. Like I really appreciate it. And like I said, I feel super honored.
Amen. Thank you so much, Christina. Tune in next week for a Halloween special episode featuring Christian Sosa. He will be discussing his journey from his experience in high school in Virginia all the way to living in Chicago. Thank you, everyone, for staying on for a second week. We have more to come this season. Get after it this week. Crush those goals. Have fun with it. All right, everyone. As always, stay safe. She's Christina. I'm James. See you all next week.